Welcome to episode 1 of How to Get Started on a New Vanilla Server. Now, I already play on one vanilla server, but I didn't want to use those advantages. So I've just kind of picked a new one that has both a high population and a low ping, and just kind of started playing on here. Just so far gathered a few resources and crafted my trusty stone hatchet here. And this will be a great chance to basically show basic strategy. So of course you want to begin collecting wood and ore / stone from the beginning, and you want to collect enough to make yourself a hatchet. And if you choose to go that route, you can also collect enough wood to make a wooden hut and a wooden door, which would offer you some security. But I'm going to show a different method here. I'm just stepping up to this mic to adjust my microphone here. I'm going to make an attempt to dictate both everything that's happening in an audio way, since you can't necessarily hear that well, and also not to touch my microphone with my face, because that's what makes those creepy sounding noises that you always hear. So, the reason that I'm running around with my rock out and not my hatchet or bare hands is that it makes me look like an absolute noob, someone who just signed on and has nothing and therefore is not necessarily worth killing. Running empty-handed can be equally effective, but I don't know, I find that some people seem to think that this is the more compelling of the two, so I don't question it. And basically right now I'm just kind of heading towards Big Rad so that I can start making some loot grabs, and before I get there I'm going to find a spot and stash my stuff. Maybe up here in the rocks? No. But I really like this server so far. Low ping, high population. I'm friendly, just passing by. Very friendly. Yes, sir. Oh, this is ridiculous. I like the server so far. Like, none of these guys are coming after me, right? Oh, that's hilarious. Oh man, this is a good server. Because it's vanilla, but it has installed door share and also something called sleepover, which controls, I guess, who can sleep on your foundations. So that's pretty good. That's like DoorShare is one of the most basic mods that really improve the function overall of the playing experience, because it's just like once you start building something big, like there's not even any point anymore. So this right here is one of my favorite spots to make a little wood storage box. And I'm just going to stash what I've gathered so far, which is sadly very little, except for maybe the rocks, because people don't always take those, and some wood, because I want to make arrows. I want to be able to make some arrows. But anyways, check this out. It won't go. I would love it if it would go back here, but it doesn't. But it will go just... No. Just here. That'll do. Alright, so I'll leave most of my wood and my ore, because that's very important to collect on vanilla servers. And I'll split the rocks. Alright, so now I can come back here anytime, and I have the materials to make another hatchet. And once I have a base established, I'm already collecting ore. And no one except a hacker is likely to find this. and even if a hacker does find it, or rather even if a hacker does see it on their radar, they won't necessarily come after it because it's just a single small storage on its own. They tend to be more attracted to large wood storages. So right now I'm just going to make a quick run into Radtown, although actually first I think I'll take down a wolf, because you can actually take down a wolf with just your hatchet. And if it's, I can't remember, I think it's the black wolf, so I'm going to go for this one. If it's the right kind of wolf, one of them will give you enough cloth on its own to make a sleeping bag. Oh crap. But see, that worked. And as long as there's no one else around to kill me, I'm gonna be alright. Since I just stashed my stuff, I don't care too much about that. Alright, so what did I get? Yeah, I got 20 cloth. So black wolves give you 20 cloth. And at that point, you have enough to craft a sleeping bag and a bow, which greatly increases your chances of survival. At that point, you can deal with it's hard to shoot people unless you get really good, and I'm not quite that good, but taking care of animals with the bow is very, very easy indeed. So I'm just going to run right up in here. There's a nice protected alcove that I like to use. We'll see if it's already in use. Many people use this. Yes, indeed it is. So we'll just leave that alone. Oh dear. I think it's wise to head back up this way for the moment. I have absolutely no answer. Oh, I apologize. I apologize greatly at the moment. That was an ad running on my other computer. Alright, now I have to make a campfire and cook some of the meat that I got from that wolf, because otherwise I will die of hunger. You have to be aware of these things. And while that burns, that's going to provide comfort, which will make me get hungry slower, and will also make me heal faster. And I'm going to separate my chicken because that way it cooks faster, and I spend less time exposed with a very obvious burning fire. And while that's burning, I'm going to quickly craft my hunting bow. And it's going to replace my torch. I don't usually use a torch or flashlights, and it's not necessarily because I changed my gamma. I do know how to do that. I've had a couple of different people tell me how. But, sleeping bag. No, arrows come next. Pardon me. But my monitor just seems to be a bit brighter at night than most are, especially by the moonlight. Like dark and dust, it's completely black, but generally at night, most people say they can't see anything, and I can always see something, at least. Anyway, that's going to conclude this first episode. Look out soon for the second episode of how to get started on any vanilla server, and if you want to see anything like more airdrops or more PvP, just let me know. Stay classy.